welcome to my channel. So I guess this is gonna be my first video. I personally love watching these kind of videos, like study videos or and like tips how to stay motivated while studying. I'm a university student in my first year, and like many other university students, I'm also affected by having to study via online classes. Personally, I feel like I really enjoy it because I like being able to schedule my time throughout the day and not having to stick to a fixed schedule. But of course, it can also be difficult because you have to manage your time and discipline yourself to get all the tasks done. And if I can help one person out of everyone who's watching this video, that would already make my day. So yeah, I guess that's it, and I'm gonna start with tip number 1. Okay, so tip number 1 is to set up a study plan. This is really effective because each day when you wake up, you know exactly what you have to do, and you don't have to worry about the other subjects. You're only gonna focus on the ones that you have written out for that day. And it's just gonna make it a little bit more easier to get things done, and also you're not gonna be overwhelmed by the amount of things you have to do if you split it into parts. And also, to make your study plan, you don't have to stick to the schedule that you have from your university. You can just do it however you like to. If you want to have a more relaxing Monday, for example, you can put less subjects on there. Obviously, this depends on if your professors do live streams or if they upload videos or audios. I have some professors that only upload audios or only upload videos, and I have professors that make live streams on Zoom, but technically I can still listen to those live streams later on because they get uploaded on a platform that we have. That gives me the freedom to decide what subject I want to study on which day. I would recommend to do the most difficult things in the beginning of the week and then decrease the amount of tasks until the end of the week, so every day it gets a little bit easier. Tip number 2 is to make an overview list of everything you have to do in that semester. So this tip might not be for everyone because it's a little bit crazy to plan out every single thing. For some reason that really motivates me. Some weeks we only have a practice session, so I can prepare myself that I don't have to learn new content. I can just do the exercises that we are going to look at. So after having set up your study plan, I also recommend setting up a routine. So the reason setting up a routine is important is because the study plan only focuses on the tasks you have to do for university or school. If you would wake up every morning seeing your study plan and you know that you have to do all those things, then you're not really going to be motivated to get up and do them. But when you have a routine, you know that you have more things to do other than studying. And you can just personalize your routine by adding things that you want to do except for studying, and then set them up in a schedule and decide what time you want to do each of those things. If you don't have any routine at all and you just wake up, have breakfast, and then start studying, you know that you have all day to do those tasks. Then you're going to be more likely to procrastinate. If you have a routine, you have a set time for everything you're going to do, which means that if you say you're going to start studying at this time, you're not going to negotiate that, or you're not going to think about whether you should study or not, because you know that you set that time of the day to study. So the next tip is really short, and it's to get rid of distractions. If you have a set time where you're going to study or where you're going to listen to an online class, you might as well listen carefully and make the most of that time. We all have those professors that really like to take their time because they're at home and they like to talk really slowly and not get to the point, and I know it's really annoying. What's the point of doing the online class if you're not even going to listen? You can just decide not to listen to the lecture at all because you're not required to listen to the online class. But if you just put your phone away and listen to the lecture, then it's going to benefit you a lot. Next tip is to take time for yourself. In order to be able to study and be focused during the time you're studying, it is also essential to have some time where you can rest, not think about any school-related things. And of course, I also recommend watching your favorite TV shows or movies, but those are still things that are going to be distracting, so you want to do those things at the end of the day when you're already done with all your tasks. For example, if you watch Netflix in the middle of the day, then you're going to be unlikely to do something productive after that. But with taking time for yourself, I mean, in between study sessions, you can, for example, read a book or maybe meditate if you're into that, or paint, or do whatever that is not going to be a distraction to your brain, but it's still something non-school related. It could be anything that you enjoy doing, and it also helps take your mind off all the responsibilities and tasks you have to do for uni. So to finish this off, my last tip is to stop stressing and just do your best, but stop being hard on yourself if you're not getting everything done that you plan on doing that day. Set up a study plan, for example, and set up your routine, and then try it for 1 week. And then you see what works for you and what doesn't, because you can just switch up your schedule if you notice that it's not working for you. I had to do some tweaks in my schedule for it to work for me. Some days I have really good days and I get everything done that I wanted to do, and then there are other days that it takes me longer to get the things done, but still I'm trying my best. And also, this situation is already difficult enough, and you don't need to put that pressure on yourself because it's not going to help with anything. I think knowing that this is temporary, and also that you're not the only person going through this, it does help to think more positively. Someday this is going to be over, or at least at the end of the semester you will have time to relax, and this is just a period of time where you have to push through. So with that being said, I really hope you liked this video. I hope this will help you make this time a little bit easier. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, or if you want to see more videos like this in the future, subscribe to my channel, because this was my first video and I will upload more videos in the future.